Anyway, straight onto the video. Okay, it starts at the 12th fret, the middle two strings, and it's just a harmonic, so simple as that. And then it's a slide. You're playing the top three strings, and either use your thumb or this finger to play the bass string, and then mute these two strings. You don't want them playing, so it's slide down, and then it's just an open E string, and then it's two percussive clicks, so down and up. Yep. So it's just a hammer on to the second fret of the A string, and then an open G. And move straight down. You want to bar with your index finger across the 5th fret, and then you're hammering on to the 7th. And this string, the D string at the 5th fret, is open. So you're not, well, it's not open, but obviously you're not playing that, you're not hammering onto that. So it's hammer onto the 7th whilst the 5th fret rings. And then 5th fret, the D, G and B strings, and hammer on to the 7th fret of the D string. Okay, so it's now next you go into a G chord and use your thumb, as Hendrix did a lot in this song, to slide from the F sharp to the G. Top two strings open, the B and the E, and the G. Okay, and then immediately with your index finger, bar across the B and the E strings at the 3rd fret. And you can see I'm hammering on to the 5th fret of the high E string and then pulling off. And ideally, you want to be keeping your thumb on the 3rd fret of the low E string, and keep that while your finger, because it's basically a G chord there. And you want to keep that thumb there. You want to keep it ringing if you can. My hands aren't particularly large, so I have to sort of remove my thumb just to be able to finger that properly. Okay, so I'll play it again. And then immediately to the D string at the 5th fret. Okay, so D string, 5th fret, and then the G string at the 4th fret, and then use your little finger to hammer on to the 5th fret of the G string. Okay. And then again, it's your thumb to move from the G to the A. Okay, so bar your index finger across the all the strings at the 5th fret, and then it's 5th to the 7th on the A string. Hammer on to the 7th fret of the G string whilst playing the B string at the 5th fret. And you're hammering on to the D string at the 7th fret whilst playing the G string at the 5th fret. So it's... And you want to mute that. As soon as you've done that, stop, yeah? And then it's hammer onto the 7th fret of the A string, whilst leaving the D string at the 5th fret open. So you can see I'm playing the D string at the 5th fret. And then you're hammering on to the 7th fret of the low E string. So again. And you're hammering onto that. Okay, so I'll just play that little section again. And you can see I'm playing going back to the open E on the low string. Okay, now we're moving up to an E minor type thing. So it's index finger at the 7th fret of the G string. The next finger is on the 8th fret of the B string. And you're hammering on with your little finger onto the 10th fret of the B string. Okay, so and you're pulling off again whilst playing those two. And now you're going to move to the index finger on the 7th fret of the A string and your ring finger on the 9th fret of the D string. Okay, so them 2 strings, 10th fret of the A string. Just move your index finger up slightly, bowing the 7th fret of the middle 2 strings, and then hammer in on using your ring finger to hammer onto the 9th fret of the D string whilst leaving the G string playing at the 7th fret. So back to the 10th fret, and then 2 strings, the A and the D. Okay, so and then it's the B on the low E string at the 7th fret. Keep that ringing, and then your ring finger on the 9th fret at on the D string, and you're using your finger to bow across, so you're playing the 7th fret of the G string at the same time, those 2 middle ones. And with your little finger, your little finger's on the 9th fret of the high E string. You're moving straight to the 10th. And you can see I'm just hammering onto the 10th fret of the B string, and then an upstroke. So you're playing on the upstroke, you're just playing the B and E strings at the 7th fret. Okay, and then straight to the 6th fret. So you're going from an open E into the 6th fret. And then your ring finger is on the 8th fret of the D string, and your second finger is on the 7th fret of the G string.